Hey guys, welcome. I apologise that I've been quite quiet on the tube this last month. I'm putting it all down to the fact that I'm solarised through Cancerian energy, and so we've been quite involved with dealing with family and home issues, physical health in some respects as well, Mars, but also, it could be house moves, guys, anything that we've been working with, but it has been quite an emotional sort of a little bit disruptive for some. All right, so I'm back now, and after this little intro, you're going to be having a generalised July reading. Okay. Um, I also wanted to say thank you to the 96 subscribers. Please keep it coming. All right. And don't forget to click like, because by clicking like, that is what fires the algorithms, guys. I don't work through advertising, so I'm not going to monetize the channel. Well, certainly not at this point anyway, not unless you want to start donating and set up a patron system. But at the moment it's still in its infancy, and I'm really thrilled um, that the word is spreading. I want to say hello to Poland and my Latvian client. Thank you so much, and also thanks again to sunny California, um, and your referral and recommendation. So thank you for that. We have got Mercury that is, as I said, stationing direct. Tomorrow into the 23rd, we're going to feel like a little bit of a push forward. So I've got a little bit of news. But again, we've got this Jupiter in Pisces energy, guys, that's just gone retrograde as well. We've still got the sheriff, the Pluto in Capricorn energy, it also that's still retrograde. And we've got Saturn, of course, in Aquarius retrograde. And we've also got a couple of key asteroids retrograde as well. Juno is the relationship asteroid, and of course the black moon Lilith, the shadow side of things going on underneath in Gemini. So it is important that what we read in, what we're taking in, that we do check that out again. So again, for me, with the retrograde Jupiter, this is all about really trusting the intuition, all right, but also again listening to that higher self again, what's safe, right, and what isn't. But I'm told by a friend that from around the 26th of this month, Spain is now going to be declaring that we can be mask free when we're walking about in the sun, which is great because it has been really quite warm here. And the last thing you want to do is keel over in 28 degrees, so so it's staying upright really. That's the key. And so it's good news to Spain. I also wanted to say I do hope you're going to be able to travel fairly soon, you gang out there, wherever you are in the world, because Spain certainly needs some help. A lot of the Mediterranean countries, they do rely on tourism, and it is extremely hard for them here. And I know we complain in the UK that we're having a tough time, but believe me, it's been very, very difficult for businesses here, both Spanish and all the other businesses, um, you know, that are here in Spain that rely on footfall. So hopefully we're going to see you soon, guys. As I said, click like, clip subscribe if that's what you want to do, but also just a little bit of a word up, and I have reported it. It's very, very common on YouTube, especially with new channels, to get what they call porn bots, right? So yeah, I've had a few of those, and so anything that says like Emily Smooth, or Mary Milkmaid, or anything.com or something like that, just don't click on them, guys. Please don't click on those comments. Just read the open comments, the genuine ones, and save yourself and myself a lot of embarrassment, because it does stay on the site. All right, so enjoy this reading. I'm wishing you well, and don't forget to click like. It's going to create some more traffic for me. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy. Peace. Bye now. Hey guys, welcome to your July 21 collective reading. It's tarot scope, so I do look at the energy in the sky as well as what's coming through as far as the cards are concerned. I wanted to use the Aquarian deck today simply because I like the imagery, and it is at about 9:30 in the evening here in Spain, so we are losing some sunshine. Having said that, it's still very, very warm here, so nice and humid, so that's good news. Alright, okay, let's have a look, guys. Let's give it a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Right, and again. Right, we're off. Okay, wow. Okay, right. This is interesting because it actually took fives for me are always pivotal energies. We know this. Fives for me within the tarot deck, they're not ace, they're not 10, they're in the middle. So we've got this pivotal situation where the pendulum may have come to a bit of a stop. There's a pause. Now what's very interesting as well is this is emotional energy, and I already spoke to you in the little intro about Mars having made its shift into Cancer, into Leo, I beg your pardon. So it's moving out of Cancer, which, as I say, I for one are really pleased to see. Obviously we've got Cancer Sun today, and we've got Venus in Cancer, right? And both Mars and Venus are in the 8th house today on this chart, okay? And Mars will only have moved about 19 degrees by the time we get to the 22nd of July. And also at that point, though, having said that, Venus has then moved into Virgo. All right, so as far as your home and what you've been dealing with, so on and so forth, I'm suggesting that the Venus in Virgo energy could talk about having going back into work. It's at 0 degrees on the 22nd, so it's just moving into that. And it may well be that we've got work, we've got health again. That worries me a little bit because it's still on the 8th house. The 8th house, of course, is molecular degeneration, guys, but it's also about elimination. All right, we talked about Scorpio energy before, 8th house, but in this instance, it's important that we discriminate, all right, when we're having fun. Mars in Leo. So it's still very important that we do that. Where we've had we've been let down, or we've been looking at past situations here, and we've not been really recognising, the benefits of this build energy. I'm feeling that we will do that. Again, ironically, you bring the 5. So again, 2 5s together, guys. This is talking to me again about where, maybe wanting to get back to work. This is definitely rod energy, or getting back to it. So whatever it is that we felt we've been missing out on, I'm feeling a little bit more positive. Okay, now I know a lot of you guys in the UK, you've got this major disappointment again, and it's going to be towards the end of July, I think. Ironically, this is what I hear on Sky, but then again, I prefer to listen to a little bit more obscure news, a bit more lefty, being a lefty, than I do Sky, right? They're too big. Right, again, sunshine. So yeah, I'm going to go with it. I'm channeling this. Wow. And again, really good energies coming. So I do feel that, you lot out there, that, you're going out there, you've chosen to take your vaccine, you've chosen to do your bit, then good luck to you guys. But I'm feeling that, there's going to be some sort of result, but I still feel that the powers that be, because we've got Pluto in Capricorn, in that 2nd house, right? 2nd house, as you know, is Venus energy, right? So Venus ruled energy, guys, and we've got that in the sky. So again, it's about your skills, it's about, again, bank balances, so on and so forth, but work, definitely. Especially with the Venus in Virgo coming in towards the end of July. Okay, 22nd. Right, so I'm looking at the 22nd. So we've got Temperance, all right? temperance energy, guys. What is this? Sagittarius, right? So ultimately, trying to find that middle road, trying to find a little bit of peace in our hearts, and keep going forward. Again, better energies around agreement. This is a Gemini energy, guys, the lovers, right? Now, we've had Mercury, good news, just made its move, right, into stationary direct today, right? Well, 22nd, I'm doing this quite late, 21st. So tomorrow, yeah, we're in it. So I'm feeling better communications, better relating, right, which is important because we've got Juno in Sagittarius, and that is the relationship energy. It is in the first house on the London chart, and of course first house energy is Mars energy, and of course we've got Mars in Leo. So let's all be trying to be a bit more loving, a bit more understanding, bringing a little bit of light into onto subjects, so on and so forth. But again, need to say, don't believe all the hype, because we've still got this Pluto and Capricorn energy, their value systems, you know, what it is that they're wanting us to believe. And bearing in mind that we've got Jupiter now moved retrograde into Pisces, guys. All right. So, you know, Jupiter is about publishing also, it's about editing. And of course Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, the written words, the communication. So it is really important that we trust our intuition. You know, with this Sagittarius Jupiterian energy, it is still very important that we trust our intuition, bearing in mind that Jupiter is moving into Pisces, and Pisces has no borders. So, all right, there is no limit, right, to what could be said, or you know, what it is that we're needing to understand, all the communications that are coming in. So it's really, really important. And another key energy that we've got in the sky is Uranus in Taurus. Now, bearing in mind, I've just said that we've got both Pluto in Capricorn in the second house. We've also got Saturn, which is a Capricorn energy. He's the sheriff, as you know, in Aquarius. And what is ruled jointly with Aquarius, what June's right, is the joint rulership of that Aquarian energy is both Saturn and Uranus. Okay, so yeah, there could be a few more shocks and surprises coming forward. I'm really hoping that Saturn is not going to cause any more limitation, certainly. So, but it could do with a Jupiter being in Pisces, guys, retrograde. Right, it could do. We've done really well because we haven't had that many retrogrades. We've had sort of a retrograde, fairly free retrograde sky, really, but that's also coming back in now. So let's have a look. Wow, yes. So any complications with how you're communicating, what you're hearing, again, it can be relationship. We've got Juno, as I said, the relationship asteroid in Sag, retrograde. Right, and also we've got the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini, retrograde. Right, truth, lies, guys. Gemini, communication, Sagittarius. What is the truth? What is our truth? What is it that we're hearing? What has been embellished? What has been amplified? And you've got to take this down to grassroots level, guys. Right, so this is not just about media and the public, although this is a collective reading, but if you split the whole thing down, it's how it's going to resonate with you within the reality that you're living at this time. So yeah, and there still could be a little bit of argy-bargy here. All right, so we sort of get what we want. You know, we're feeling a little bit more refreshed over here. This is Leo, of course, and again, this emotional fulfillment that comes with this 10. Okay, and there is a degree of balance and compromise, which is also very important because we have got the powerful energies in the 7th house, which is Libra. All right, so we've got the Black Moon there, yeah, but we've also got Mercury in Gemini there. But of course, as Mercury starts to make it shift forward, it's going to move into Cancer around about the end, 22nd of July. And again, I'm hoping that everybody's going to be all emotionally a bit more balanced by then. okay, as we're coming forward, because it has been a bit of a hectic month, I think. So potentially, right, with this magician energy, certainly, there is a feeling that, yeah, I'm going to work a little bit of magic here. Don't forget, of course, magician is the alchemist, guys. So, yeah, we can turn that water into wine, and we can do it through good communications, decent governmental bodies doing the right thing, whatever their definition of right is. So hopefully we're going to start moving forward. This energy is all about, for me, the wheel, right? So this is about the completion of cycles, okay? But the wheel energy ultimately is talking about, well, you know, things moving forward, evolution, guys, all right? So things evolving, all right? What we've built is not going to fall down, right? So we have to come together as a collective unit here. Wow, really nice. We bring this Nine of Cup energy. You can Google it, guys. This is the wish of the heart. This is a really positive card to have on the table given these difficult times. There's also an energy of where we feel that we've been giving unconditionally, right? Or where we may be going towards this, especially where we've got this Jupiter in retrograde motion now in Pisces. Pisces, at the end of the day, guys, as we know, it's unconditional giving, and we get confused with Pisces energy, especially with Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter, of course, is formal religion, you know, religion, belief systems, so on and so forth, philosophies. But what we've got when it's in Pisces retrograde is, yeah, are we being excessive, right, in our you know, speaking our truth? So it's important we keep a lid on it, especially with the Mars in Leo. Mars in Leo energy can be quite egotistical, you know. Mars in Leo, yeah, we want to go out, want to have fun, but we also need to remain sort of steady, and we need to be mindful, right, of you know, our actions. Mars, you know, getting out there, having fun, we have to be careful, all right? So hopefully we're all going in the right direction. Yeah, this is a card of apprenticeship. So for some, there may be restarts, there may be rethinking, certainly, as Mercury is making a move direct now. So where we've been thinking about something, where we've been formulating something, this is very Gemini, logical thought, whereas now we're thinking, hang on, you know, let's put this into play, Mars in Leo. But again, remember, we've got the Neptune energy that's also going to go retrograde, right, in Pisces. Now Neptune's sitting on his own throne here in Pisces, rules Pisces, and that's moving retrograde. So yeah, by all means, get out there. We're eager to get back to work. We're eager to expand. We're eager to you know, get out there and make things better and bigger and amplify. But at the end of the day, don't forget, right, retrograde energies of Pisces, guys, both now in Neptune ruling his sign and Jupiter, king of the gods. So we could have a little bit of a set two going on here. So that is important. So be mindful of that when you're sort of, you know, if you're having a conversation with the partner or the boss or something like that, all right, it's really important that we are mindful that we just keep it all together. And the reason I say that as well is because we've also got Jupiter trining the Sun, right, this month. We have got a sextile to Vesta, which is good. Vesta, the hearth and home. So yeah, hopefully we're just going to be enjoying things a little bit better. So, you know, it may well be that you want to stay at home to holiday, guys. That could be interesting as well, that you don't feel that you want to, you know, get on the aeroplane and go off and do what you need to do, even though, you know, you may well be given the green light, so to speak. It may well be that you prefer not to. All right, so bear that in mind. I'm also looking at something else here. We've got Pluto in opposition here to Venus, right? So again, that's key. Don't forget Pluto, powerhouses. You know, Pluto, the powerhouse, Pluto, governmental powers, especially when it's in Capricorn, guys, and we know that it's retrograde, and it's going to be retrograde still, okay, by the end of this month and beyond. So it's really important that anything could happen, right? So even though we are looking to build, we are looking to go forward, it can be quite tricky. However, look at this is brilliant. So we bring this powerful Ace of Cup here. So this is a love cup for me as well. So if we've been a bit of a sticky wicket with regards to our loved ones, the ones that are closest to us, you know, if we wanted to travel towards them, for instance, or we're wanting to speak our truth to them, or, you know, whatever, then that's something that could come forward. Wow, lovely. And again, we bring the second ace here. This again is about work, it's about trade. This certainly could link me with a Taurian energy, where we've got both Saturn and Pluto, right? And of course, you know, the key connection as well is that we've got Venus in Cancer in the 8th house. Venus, of course, rules that second house, Taurus, work energies, and it is in Cancer, and it is in the 8th house. So yeah, resources, home, mortgages, movements, all of these things, right? Things could certainly come together. Situations around work premises, for instance. I don't know, if you need to look at your pricing, for instance, I think that would work well. Anything to do with self-employment, okay? So, you know, this energy of sort of hopefully getting back on track fairly soon. So we've got the 16 out, guys. So what I'm going to do, okay, just move that out of the way. What I'm going to do here is sort of go through it again and just very quickly see where we're moving towards. Right, so as we come in this way, what's been lost, you know, we felt, oh God, is this ever going to end, you know? I'm reflecting on all this spillage, but at the end of the day, we have got things that are intact here, okay? So if it has been a difficult month, all right, I wanted to say, you know, despite the fact that we've got this other energy next door to it, I do think that we're going to battle through and it is going to be okay. There is a balance, there is temperance here, right? There is a degree of patience needed, all right, to actually achieve what we want, and this is the energy of the wheel. So on whatever area that is, work, rest, play, personal life, whatever this is, it's a slow and steady energy required to push through here. There is this energy of the apprentice with this for me. I like the threes because I've often said to you that the three-legged stool stands very well if it is well constructed, right? So where we have had structures in any shape or form that's really been happening over this last 18 months really, where things have been breaking down and we've recognised that we cannot push forward anymore with that same scenario. Things have to change, right? And there needs to be compromise. Guys, you know, meet the universe halfway and you will always get a good result, but you've got to meet the universe halfway. It's about co-creating with the cosmos, and if you do that, guys, we're going to crack. And for me, that can also link me with relationships. So yeah, being patient, getting to the thing, beginning again with many things. It can link with your personal life as well, but again, where there has been delays on aggravation around work opportunities or just communications generally around work, may well be departmental changes where there's been sort of undercurrents going on. It's not going to last forever with that 5, guys. I'm feeling that we are going to be all right with it. Better agreements, better sort of communication, certainly, as Mercury does move into Cancer towards the end of the month as well. So family, being able to get to them, being able to be around them, a degree of normality, if you like, but bearing in mind when I look at normal, I'm usually looking at Capricorn order, right, the normal, the way we did it before, and bearing in mind that Capricorn is Saturn ruled energy, and we have got Saturn in Aquarius, so again, anything can happen, guys. So yeah, it's important, don't forget again that we've got these the nodes of the moon in both Sagittarius, Truth, and you know, that's the south, and we've got the north node in Gemini again all the way through. This is here for a while longer, guys, so it is really, really important. And these nodes, for me, you know, it's like, what is it that we're hearing? What is it that we're understanding, Sagittarius? You know, how do we make sense of, you know, how do we logically, right, Mercury, make sense of everything that's going on? Well, that's really damn difficult at the minute. You know, just listening to mainstream medias, I mean, it's bizarre. I've never known anything like it. So, you know, you've got to stick to your own truth, guys. You know, you want to take the vaccine, you take it. You don't want to take it, you don't take it. End of. That's it. All right. No heavy mandatory law being applied at this time. But I have got to say that I'm really unhappy with the terminology that they're using with this virus. I don't like alpha. I don't like delta. It really does smack of, to me, military squawk. I don't like it, but then again, that's me being my left me. But I just don't like it. I don't like what it's generating. I don't like it. It just, you know, call it something else, but it always seems to be very military sort of language. All right. So anyway, I digress. So better agreements, guys. Building what we've built is not going to fall down. We've got this new beginning, we've got this new opportunity. It can talk about new birth, it can talk about rebirth in something that we maybe thought was dead in the water with Pluto, but it's not. And also it can talk about you know, rebirth in relationships, for instance, especially given the fact that we have Hades, which of course is the equivalent of Pluto, right? The Greek equivalent in Cancer. All right, so there is that, still that underground sort of underneath underworld energy going on there in Cancer. Cancer energy in the 7th. So yeah, family issues could be coming to the fore. We need to say something, we need to speak. We think we've put a elastoplast on it, we think we've maybe, you know, made it right, but it still won't, maybe that things are rearing the head. So there could be a little bit of unfinished business here, guys, you know, that needs to be addressed. Okay, so that's personally or professionally. Also areas to do with health. All right, it's really key because we've got Venus having made that shift into Virgo this month. So, you know, these are energies that are important. Virgo, of course, is health as well as work, right? And Virgo is asking us to discriminate. It's asking us in the very, very early degrees there of that 8th house to go very deep, look very, very deeply at, you know, get to the core of the problem. You know, 8th house energy is the core, right? So it's really getting to the bottom of things and learning to discriminate, and also acknowledging the self, right, and our own feelings, particularly the Venus energy. You know, what is it that we feel? I'm sort of looking at the Saturn in Aquarius in that 2nd house, and I'm thinking, ooh, you know, I hope there's not going to be a rumble here. You know, sort of revolutionary sort of, you know, energy coming up here. So, we could have a little bit of kickback, not necessarily in the UK, but we certainly could get it in other countries, for instance. I know that France has been very unhappy recently. So there's a lot going on in the world, all right, but there's also quite a lot coming. Another area that I wanted to talk about, given the fact that we've got the second house of money, I heard recently that I'm not quite sure, there is Brazil or somewhere, Salvador somewhere, where they've now acknowledged Bitcoin as being a digital currency. So it's now been, introduced over there. It's law, so it can be used. So that's going to be interesting, especially with Uranus, of course, which is tech and the digital age, in Taurus. So Uranus in Taurus. So that's very interesting. So let's just see what happens there. Anyway, let's come back. So again, sun energy, really good. Wherever we've had complications, guys, where there has been gossip and bull dust, right, all of that, all right, we're overcoming it. Okay, you bring the wish of your heart, right, at the end of the day, and this is about success, it's about new beginnings, about new opportunities. Okay, much better family connection for me. I'm really filled with that. It's quite a fulfilling energy for me. The magician is alchemy, right, but actually linking the magician with this page of swords is interesting. Again with this sort of energy, this dark energy of 8th house and Pluto and the Hades energy. It's like, the two of them together, he is upright, which tells me this is not really about trickery. But because, again, I've got to stress that Jupiter can also be about publishing, and Gemini's the written word and what we're hearing and what's been reported and what's been edited and redacted, all of this stuff going on, guys. All right, so yeah, it can be a little bit mischievous there, so we'll see what's happening in the outer world with that. Again, the wish of the heart is here, new beginning, and I say this because I feel that this Knight of Cup energy, normally if I was working with a one-to-one client, I could look at this as being an offer of love, but I felt as if it was moving the other way because of the way it's placed. Now, if that's something that job offers, personal relationships, so on and so forth, and if it's not something that you want, right, or you don't feel that you want to continue with, it may well be that you are looking to allow that to leave the arena, basically. All right, so bottom card, I absolutely love it. It is the Empress card, right? It can be about self-employment, but it's also talking about being pregnant with ideas, guys, as well. Sorry about that. I just want to pick up these. So I am going to do that, and let's give these a good shuffle, and we'll just do the verifying. Okay. Please, guys, please don't forget to like. I explained that in the intro. If you like, my numbers are going to grow. Okay, and as I said, I don't monetize it, and I don't want to start asking for donations at this stage. I don't feel that, I want to do that at the moment. But if you do like, please click like, and please subscribe and share. Okay, let's have a look. Right, so yeah, I want to say happy days, but lovely, happy days, right? But at the end of the day, we have to be instrumental in making ourselves happy, right? So working through all the emotional nonsense, finding out, where you are emotionally secure, where you are financially secure. I feel all of this is going to come together. So what's been hidden, all right, is going to be revealed. Although I have to say that because we've got Jupiter now gone retrograde in Pisces, it may well be that the truth is hidden from us, right? Very important, because it is in the 3rd house, and we'll be moving into the 4th house, the 2nd house. Again, banking, money, finances, survival, love, partnerships. All right, so is what we're hearing truthful? Are we guessing it right? Where are we giving unconditionally and we're not receiving it? So these are energies that we need to look at. I'm going to take 2 off the top. Let's get this one over. Brilliant. There is a degree of celebration. The 4 of Wands, I'm very, very happy to see that. Wow. And again, the 3 of Cup energy, that's great. So again, yeah, I'm feeling all right. It's going to work itself out. Whoa, this is brilliant. And look at the last one. This is rebirth, guys. Right? It's about decision making. okay, making the decision to break away, come out and be reborn in some different way. So again, it's about getting real. Let's leave all the fake and all the foolery and all the bullshit away now. This is about getting real. It's about making decisions. It's about being who you truly are and being comfortable with it, guys. So if you don't want the relationship, if you don't want the job, if you don't want to work on Maggie's farm no more, banking, anything that you need to change, anything like that, do it. All right. I'm going to tell you that I actually feel that governmental bodies are in a far weaker state. Right, I'm not talking about deep state here. That's a completely different animal. But you know, I think that, you know, this Pluto energy, they are sort of quivering a little bit. All right, and I've got to be honest with you. I'm wondering whether or not there is going to be a little bit of unrest if it continues. All right, and I'm certainly not advocating a problem here. Please, you know, that's the last thing I want to do. I'm all about peacemaking rather than war making. But I do feel that if things continue, we could have a little bit of rumble in the jungle, guys. And I ask myself sometimes, is that such a bad thing? Well, I know in the UK, you know, we have a lot more freedom than some other countries in the world, but I'm just hoping that we have a peaceful July, right? As we're working through Cancer season, and we have a peaceful July, and we can spend more time with our family and our loved ones, guys, all right, and feel a lot more emotionally together. Okay, hope that's helped you guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you next month. Bye now.